Hello and welcome back to another coffee tasting video. Before we get started, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're notified anytime I drop a new video, which is every Tuesday. Well, I was debating what I was going to do today. I actually wanted to make a trip to Scottsdale to pick up some coffee. And due to some circumstances, I was unable to make that trip. So I'm actually going to do this one a little out of order of what I was going to do. So we're actually going to move on to a video that should have come a few weeks from now. I'm going to do that coffee now, and then I'll get back on track with the people that were actually in front of it. So I apologize. I am doing this out of order, but just bear with me. We'll get back on track. I actually thought about doing the top 5 video, and then I thought, do I do a top 5, like my favorite top 5 of all time, or my favorite top 5 of what I reviewed in 2019? I wasn't actually sure which one you guys would like, and then I started wondering, do we want a top 5 of things that are available? Or does it matter if I do a top 5 of things that aren't available? So I guess what I'm looking for is in the comments, drop me some comments and say top 5 all time. If you want to see just what my favorites are of all time. Top 5 of 2019. So I'll have to go back to, and I'll just stick to the ones I did videos on. Or do you care? Can I mix and match? Can I do original line and virtual line? Whatever you feel. Or do you just want my top favorites? Something like that. I don't know. I didn't know which way you wanted me to go with it. So I'd like to do the top 5. I'd like to get it out next week. Give me a little guidance what you guys are looking for. So just drop a comment, top 5 of all time, or top 5 2019. Leave that in the comments. All right, moving on to should I say viewer requested or viewer supplied? Not sure which. This was a coffee that was given to me by a viewer. I thought this one's kind of interesting because it's the Livanto. I mentioned it last week that the Livanto seems to be the base for quite a few coffees. So I was kind of actually a little excited about doing this one because it seems to be in a lot of coffees. So let's take a look at what they have to say about this one. The aromatic profile, a round and balanced profile, typical of freshly roasted coffee, results in a combination of cereal, malted, and caramelized notes, as well as fine fruity notes. Interesting. So we're going to have that cereal again, which is always kind of touch and go as to what we detect there. Malted notes usually has that deeper, like almost like I want to say syrup, but kind of that deeper syrup type taste, and then caramelized notes. So that can go a couple of ways, but we'll be looking for caramelized. Round and balanced. This blend of Central and South American Arabicas is medium roast to bring out a round and very balanced bouquet. It evokes the scent of freshly toasted coffee escaping from the roaster, roasted and caramelized notes. This sounds wonderful. It sounds like it almost sounds more like a cup of coffee than it does a shot. Intensity of 6. It's an espresso shot, so it's going to be our normal pour, 1.35 ounces. The way they're describing it, I'm almost expecting a cup of coffee type taste out of it. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Let's take a look at the pods. All right, so it looks like all we got is 3 damaged ones. Not bad. It's kind of a, I don't know what, kind of a brown, but almost with a brass look. On the pod, Intensity 6, we have cereal, malted and caramelized notes. Let's go brew a shot. Livanto for the original line. Let's use our fancy new little espresso shot glasses. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, oh man, smells wonderful. It's interesting. So while it was brewing, I got a very distinct, almost like a caramel smell to it. And now that it's done, it kind of just smells like a normal cup of coffee. So, boy, judging from the color, last week was a 6. You could easily see light through it. This I can barely see any light through. I would put this more at a 7, 8, just looking at the intensity. And usually the darkness kind of goes with the intensity. So, smells like a normal cup of coffee. Let's go give it a taste. All right, let's use our ridiculously long spoon in this very tiny cup. I'm just going to fold in just a little bit of the crema. Okay, Livanto, let's give it a taste. Oh, wow. Holy cow. On first taste, I don't taste the fruity note. The cereal notes. I taste a lot of fruity notes. Caramelized, malted, maybe just a touch. That's a pretty, wow. They're saying it's cereal, malted, caramelized notes, as well as fine fruity notes. I taste a lot of fruity notes. The cereal, not picking up on any of that. There's something else in the back, though, that maybe that's the caramelized. It's different. It's not bad. I'm not sure I'm super hip on the flavor. It's got a lot of fruit. It's a lot of fruit. Like the cereal malted caramelized, very, very, very subtle. It just washes over your tongue. All I'm getting out of this is just fruit notes. It's probably it's bright. It's very bright. All of the fruit that I'm picking up on, it's just incredibly bright. It's got, if I was narrowing it down to a fruit, it almost tastes citrusy to me. And it really, it's not acidic citrus, but just a citrusy, that kind of a citrusy floral maybe type mix there. I'm completely not picking up on, I'm not picking up on cereal, malted, or caramelized notes at all, really. There's a little something else there. I don't know if I think it's I almost want to say I think it might be the caramelized, but it is so overpowered by the fruit notes that, man, it really gets lost in there. I pretty much just taste fruit notes. Let me try it one more time here. It is really fruity. Yeah, it's yeah, it's not if you like fruity shots or you like the fruit flavor in a shot, this is your cup of tea. This Livanto, this is the way to go. If you're not into the super fruity flavors, that's about all I pick up on this. And it's there. It's in your face. It just coats your tongue. It's bright. It's kind of like when somebody dumps too much garlic into food. Yes, the food's there. Yes, there's coffee there. But yes, there's, whatever. Yes, there's the vegetables there, but all I taste is garlic. That's kind of this. Yes, there's a coffee flavor there, but it's masked completely by the fruit flavors. So this for me, as it is too bright. They don't have another way of doing it here as a recommended. So I'm going to get a little creative. We're going to do another round. I'm going to see if this blends down well with milk. I'm just going to have to figure out what to pair it with as far as a syrup. Speaking of that, a couple of you asked about syrups and things like that. I'm going to try and remember that a lot of people don't know what syrups to stick with certain coffees. And so whether I do it on camera or it's something I tried off camera and it didn't work, I'm going to try to recommend a syrup for you to use. If it's a drink that needs to go with a milk or a syrup or something like that, I'm going to try to remember to recommend those for you. This one, I'm going to have to actually think about for a second and try to come up with what I should pair it with. All right, I think I got a course of action. We're going to do Livanto with milk and some vanilla. Let's go brew another shot. Livanto for the original line. We're going to get this shot going. I'm going to use my standard 8-ounce cup. I'm going to do a normal shot in it. I'm going to get the milk going here. So I'm going to put the milk to just barely over the top of the paddle. And then I think for this one, I'm going to put in 2 shots. Let's make it 3. No, we'll leave it 2. Thinking about the amount of milk. So we'll do 2 shots of vanilla. I'm going to do normal froth on it. Good old Phoenix milk. Ooh, it smells so good. Again, if you don't put your syrups into the milk, you don't know what you're missing. Alrighty, we got Livanto with milk and vanilla. Let's give it a taste. Alright, I'm gonna get this. This is pretty well blended already. Livanto, milk, vanilla. Let's give it a taste. Ooh, now that's pretty good. Off camera, ironically, my wife likes this. She thought it tasted pretty good, just like it was. She likes the fruitier espressos. So again, kind of what I said, if you like the fruitier espresso shot, it's going to be a good match for you. Myself, it's too fruity, but with milk and vanilla, this pairs down nicely. So let me give it, yeah, that works. It's mellowed out a lot of that fruit notes. I'm actually getting a little bit more of the caramel notes through now. The vanilla, that pairs wonderfully with this one. This makes this one almost a difficult one to rate for me because as a shot, I would, if I had to drink it as a straight shot, this would be a pass. For myself, it's got too much fruit in it. It's just too bright. But when you blend it in with milk and vanilla, it just becomes, it's really good. So, man, this makes this one difficult for me to kind of categorize. Let's look at what they're doing here. The Livanto they list as 70 cents a capsule. So they're not upcharging. It's a standard line price. Oh, this one's tough. They say it's balanced. This does not taste balanced to me. This, as a shot, is not balanced. It is fruit. Fruit. Little bit of coffee, fruit. So for me, this kind of goes off the deep end. I don't know where they're quite coming up with balance because it's not balanced to me. Now, inside this is wonderful, great flavor. Yeah, that's really, really good. So, vanilla, 2 shots, milk up to just above the black part of the paddle, not the nub, but just the top of the paddle. 2 pumps of vanilla, medium froth, the shot, wonderful. This is wonderful. So now, where does this one fall? I'm going to throw it into the maybe category. If you like fruit, then yes. If you don't like fruit, then definitely no. It is hard, way over in the fruit layer. Now, where I say the maybe, where it really sits in the middle for me is if you normally mix your shots with a milk, or a milk and then some kind of a syrup. The milk, vanilla, and that shot are wonderful. So there I would say, yes, definitely. 70 cents a pod, worth it. So, I don't know. This one's tough for me. I'm just going to throw it into the maybe category. You're going to have to decide. Based on what I told you, you're going to have to decide if this is a purchase for you. So as a shot, too much fruit. Milk and vanilla, it's a hit. There you go. Whew! Well, this brings us to the end of another video. I thank you once again for your time. I thank you, every one of you, for your suggestions, your comments, your ideas, just all the stuff that you guys have been coming up with. I know I say it each week, but I truly, truly appreciate all of you and the time you take to post and ask questions. I try to get back to everybody in a timely fashion. Those of you that post at 1:34 in the morning, I won't get back to you till the morning. And I'm trying to come up with some kind of a contest to give away coffee to you. I want to reward you guys for being here, and I'm trying to figure out what kind of a contest would work to give away coffee. Is it sharing the video? Is it getting more subscribers? Is it, I don't know what way to go. So task number 2 for you, please drop down in the comments somewhere if you can come up with a great idea, something that's fair for everyone, something that, doesn't exclude anybody. I want it to be a fair way for everybody to get it. But I would like to give away a couple of sleeves of coffee. So you guys figure out the contest. We'll get it going. I'll give away the coffee. It'll be a lot of fun. Yes. 2020, we're going to kick it off with a bang. And remember, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell notification. And if you feel so inclined, join us over on patreon.com/IPON70. That is my link. It's the same one I use for YouTube. And we'll see you next week with another coffee tasting video. Have a great rest of your day.